Hello, Class here, Into the Breach. Was gonna play more Dead Cells, but my older brother gave this to me for my birthday. I want to play it. The AI apparently says that humanity's been destroyed, and so Ralph says it's time to go back and try again, because he's a time traveler. We're trying to go back in time to save humanity. There are a number of squads, but we only have one, so let's just go! I believe we'll actually start with a tutorial. Okay, we'll hold this timeline no matter what. We're forced to select Archive Inc. at first. Okay, the bad news is the Vek are overrunning the island, putting refugees and historical artifacts at risk. The good news is we have old Earth military artifacts that can help in the fight. Let's see, combat simulation. Yes, I'd like to launch it. I like that the last option was, no, I know what I'm doing. Hide all future tutorials. I could probably pick this, considering how much of this game I've watched. But, I don't know. I want the practice of the tutorial. Okay. You lose if your grid's reduced to 0. This is more than this will ever display in real gameplay. It normally maxes at 7. Anyway, yeah, enemy attacks are forewarned. You can hover over an enemy to see details. It's gonna shoot straight and deal 1 to that building. This is our combat mech. It can punch any adjacent tile. Click on your mech, move it over to the enemy, click on a weapon or use a number key, and you cannot move after attacking. We can punch the enemy. It's now pushed and it took 2 damage. Pushes can save buildings from enemy attacks or even make enemies attack each other. Okay, weapon effects. When aiming, okay. So an arrow means that the unit on that tile will be pushed. Damage is indicated. Push plus damage is possible. Okay, what? Yeah. You can end turn when there's nothing else to do. Click to dismiss. Pow! That mountain took damage. Okay, here's a tank mech. Shoots projectile that travel in a straight line. Okay, when aiming a weapon, the orange tiles show where you can shoot. You can actually select this tile and it'll shoot all the way here, because it's just a straight line attack. Alright. Artillery can shoot over things, but I believe it has a minimum range of 2. Yeah, it cannot shoot adjacent tiles. Yeah. This one will only damage units on the center, but adjacent tiles are pushed. And they actually set up an amazing shot for us right here. This unit fell into the water, killing it instantly. Whoa. Okay, that was certainly some lag. Confirming that I ended my turn without doing everything possible. Okay. Let's see, since... What are they trying to tell us with this tutorial? Okay, every mission you win by defeating the Vek or fighting them until they retreat. Missions also have bonus objectives. Completing these will earn you additional resources after the battle. Bonus objective, kill all enemies before they retreat. Okay, so let's see. If we move out of the way, this guy's gonna shoot this guy for 1, which we're pretty in favor of. Although, it leaves us with not much else to do with our prime mech. I think I see the play. You do that. Yeah, pushing units into things deals 1 additional damage to both. So we were able to deal 2 here, 1 here. Then we do this to kill both of them. And then we shoot this with this, pushing our mech into the water. Mechs cannot use their water weapons when standing in water, but do not drown. Unlike ground enemies. Oh, wait. I messed up. For some reason I thought this was gonna die to this. Okay, the building tile was damaged, so our city power was reduced. Our primary goal is to prevent that. So I could have shot my own mech to push him into hitting the mountain. But this tutorial mission doesn't really matter that much. Oh, that's disappointing. I could push the enemy into the building to hurt the building and kill it. But I think I know what I'm gonna do. No, I don't. No, I do. It'll be fun. See, I mean, we could just move here. Actually, that is what we're gonna do. I was thinking of moving this mech up here and then shooting him this way so that he could reach the enemy, but I can also just shoot the enemy sideways. Alright. So it wasn't perfect, but it was also a simulation. Okay, they're confident in our ability to save the planet after such extensive training. Okay, so here's our real power grid. Connects every corporate island. Any damage it takes in missions will persist. The Vek caused damage before you arrived, but there will be opportunities to restore it. Okay, every mission has potential rewards. Power cores, grid power, corporate reputation. And it explains what they do. Okay, missions with more potential rewards will have additional dangers. Let's see, so we're allowed to choose a mission. 2 rewards is kind of a standard mission. We need to defend both these tanks. Let's see. We can choose our initial positions for things. Actually, you there. I'm sure there's a bit of a science to positioning units, but it's what I've definitely grasped the least from watching people play this game. Alright, what do I want to do? Oh yeah, emerging enemies. An enemy unit will emerge here next turn. You can temporarily block enemies from spawning, but it will damage the blocking unit. Alright, 4 turns remain. So, only 1 building is being threatened, but it's being threatened twice. Let's see. So you can reach either that guy. Wait, what's the attack order? Okay. This is... Damage to the mech is gonna be acceptable. All your mechs regain all their health after every mission. So this guy will die to this guy, and our mech's gonna take 1 damage, 2 more enemies will spawn. We're just trying to protect the buildings. Yeah, your mechs will automatically repair all damage after battle. If it's reduced to 0 health, the pilot dies and the mech is disabled for the rest of the battle. But you get the mech back the next battle if it's destroyed. Okay, the Vek are assisting in the cleanup efforts. Okay. Seismic readings are picking up. There are more Vek surfacing. We'll tank a shot and make him block a spawn. Oh, the forest on this tile took damage, turning it to fire. If the unit stands on fire, it will ignite and take damage every turn. Just push you. Not really the biggest fan of how this turn played out, but I think these tanks are gonna come back online soon. Oh, our mech's on fire! It will take 1 damage every turn. Mechs can repair status effects, but cannot attack the same turn. Okay, so that's pretty bad. Okay, that Scion gives all enemies extra health, but does not have an attack of its own. This floating jellyfish thing. Okay, the archive tanks are on. They have a weapon that's a lot like our normal tank, but does 0 damage. Okay, yeah, this enemy Scion provides a passive bonus to all Vek. Killing it removes the bonus. Select it and mouse over it for more information. Yeah. Okay, so it's flying, so we can't kill it by pushing it into water. And all other Vek receive +1 HP as long as it's alive. So I think I like a punch here. And then The loss in bonus HP killed that enemy. Just gonna come here and repair, which also removes the fire. Use our push to push that into that mountain. Use our push to push that into that mountain. Okay, in this case, the extra damage killed the unit. Also, when something other than one of our mechs specifically kills an enemy, oh. I would rather block the spawn than... Oh wait, I can deal 1 damage with the fire. Nice. Anyway, as I was saying, if something other than one of our direct attacks from one of our 3 main mechs kills an enemy, then the EXP is divided. Oh, sweet. That guy will die to the fire even if we don't do anything to him. But let's get the XP on Ralph through a direct kill, because every time he kills something, he gets bonus XP. We have actions available, but nothing really to do. Ah, I shot a mountain. Not a single Vek on sensors, good. So we've secured a region. We gained corporate rep, we can spend it at the end of the island on stuff. I think I'd like more practice with an average sort of mission before I move on to anything that has 3 objectives. Okay, we're defending a train. Of course, we need to keep the buildings defended too. Oh, a time pod! Nice. They look like old space capsules, but you don't recognize the alloy. How unusual. Okay, this time pod contains equipment from the future. You can collect it with your mech or just defend it until the end of the battle. So if we push an enemy onto the time pod, it will be destroyed, or if an attack hits the time pod. Also, we can't let the train crash into anything. It will kill it outright, but that's not how we want to do things, because we need to protect the train, and I believe the train dies too. So these 2 squares need to be clear at the end of the turn. I don't really see a good way to deal with all 3 enemies. I mean, I see a way to push all of them, or tank their hits. But we're really looking to, not have 5 enemies alive next turn. Like, we could have this shoot here, which pushes enemies... Wait. This doesn't even work as well as I had imagined. As long as we don't shoot, we can undo our moves. So I wasn't worried about demonstrating anything there. Yeah. Well, yeah, it would work. Although, we don't even get to shoot anything with this in that case. Maybe I positioned my mechs badly, and that's why everything looks terrible. Okay, now I see a turn that kills an enemy, sacrifices 1 grid power. Like, I could come here, shoot this enemy this way, then come here, punch the same enemy, it dies, this guy takes 1 damage. Wait. This still isn't any good. I definitely don't want to sacrifice the time pod. The time pod is guaranteed to have a reactor core in it. Reactor cores are worth 3 corporate reputation. So we're definitely under any circumstances not just going to like punch this guy out of the way. Even though it does cause him to tank this attack, and that would be pretty beautiful. Wait, how much move does our Prime Mech have? 3. Okay, so even if this guy was out of the way, we couldn't step on the time pod and hit this guy northwest. Okay, one thing to keep in mind is... Oh wait, no, this guy needs pushed because he's standing on the train track, not because he's attacking us. I'm taking a long time on this turn, but I feel like it's a critical turn. Let's see. I mean, you can just stand there and block that shot. You have 3 move. Maybe it's better to have... Oops. To have you block the shot? I might have something better to do with the idea of pushing than... Ah. Now I just hope that it's like not everybody staring at it and yelling what the best turn is. If there weren't 2 buildings here, this would be probably easier. Like if this building was missing, and then I could probably like shoot this here and do something productive. Actually, that would be pretty awesome if there was no building here. Because I would move this somewhere first, so as to not push myself into a building. Then this punches this here. Wait, except this needs to move here. Yeah, that, due to the movement order, there wouldn't be a good way to do it. Yeah, I think we'll sacrifice 1 power on this building. Just shoot him. No, I can't undo that. Maybe that was a poor decision. Alright. And we'll end turn like that. Train moves 2 spaces per turn. Oh. This could be bad. Because I think the train's gonna block my movement. Oh boy. Oh wait, it doesn't block my movement. Okay. That's at least something. So you can just come here, punch this guy. I may want to reset this turn. No, because moving here and shooting here wouldn't have been a good idea before either. So that's clearly not what I'm going to do. I don't think knowing the attack order helps me in any way. I can block this spawn and shoot this guy. Wait. If I do that, the building takes 2 hits, but it only has 1 hit point. And we're blocking all the spawns. So I'm not going to lose 2 grid power here. I'm only going to lose 1. mostly out of health. This is the last turn. And health is in fact a resource. So you deal 1 damage, right? Yeah. Oh, wait. I have almost made a terrible mistake. I almost moved here and shot here. Which pushes a lot of stuff. Oh, wait, that guy only has 1 hit point. Just kill him. Okay, yeah, this unit's been webbed. It can't move until this enemy is hit in some way. Alright, I think... Wait, what do you mouse over? I was gonna read the description of being webbed. See, I don't think we have a way to finish off this enemy, so I'll just end turn. Alright. I mean, our goal on the first run... Okay, yeah. They're grateful for the supplies. We got the train through. And we recovered a time pod. We got some missiles. Let's see, ranged class weapons, so it goes on our artillery unit. It requires 2 power to turn on. Can only be used once per battle, and this reactor core gives power. And we got 1+1 mech move from leveling up our pilot. Oh, understood. You have to click the understood button. Now, reactor core. Open the upgrade screen to install it. Then we can install the reactor core. Weapon modifications. Yeah, you can activate them, except it requires 2 power. Yep, wrong class, costs 1 additional power to use. So it goes on this one. But we can't power it right now. Whatever, I'll just leave it there. Alright. So we would like to get power back. That's what the lightning bolt symbol means, of course. See, those mines kill things outright, even if they're flying. They have a tall explosion and a tall proximity sensor, I guess. So you want both of these kind of on the front lines. I believe you can skip over the mines as long as you don't land on them at the end of your turn. Alright, thanks for exploding. Yeah, mostly what I'm looking to get out of this run, though, is, well, achievements. There are 3 achievements for this squad. I want to have a battle where I push a lot of things into the water. I want to finish the first island. And, this mech has a weapon modification that's a dash punch, where it basically comes a ranged attack that targets like this, but also moves your mech as part of the attack. Let's see. Well, I think that's just too good. I'd like to block a spawn. Oh, we'll prioritize protecting the building over just blocking an additional spawn. Yeah, besides the health loss, one thing to keep in mind with blocking spawns is since the enemy doesn't appear, you don't get any EXP from it. Alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can move through your ally even if they're webbed. I'd like to push you to somewhere where you're harmless, and I'd rather have an enemy blocking a spawn than my own body. Because it also helps me deal extra damage. Anyway, a little about the squad I'm using. It's a pretty basic squad. All of its units can both deal damage and push enemies. Both of which are fairly good qualities in a squad, or in a unit. I'm not gonna kill that enemy, so just end turn. because it is the last turn of the battle. Okay. Region secured. So let's see. When there are only 3 areas left, it actually destroys the remaining areas, and then the corporate HQ gets attacked. So I kind of have a choice of this mission, which looks difficult, or this mission, which would be significantly easier. Definitely lower rewards, but so far, although we've taken grid power damage, we've achieved all the objectives, so we have a perfect island bonus going. This is a shield. Will block damage and any negative effects, fire, freezing, acid at sea. Only direct damage will remove the shield, non-damaging negative effects will have no effect. Yeah, I'm looking to preserve the perfect island bonus. Hundreds of people are in those buildings. Make sure they stay standing. Alright. So this is an easy push you into the water. See, I would like to kill the Scion. Although, I think I'll just set up his death. Huh. If I'm willing to deal an extra damage to our tank, I can actually stand here and punch... Oh wait, no. Because the Scion's still alive, it won't even kill the enemy. I'll just kill the Scion, now. I was thinking of dealing with this guy, but... Wait. Oh! You're powered up from turn 1. What is your weapon? 2 damage to 2 tiles. But you can only move 1 space at a time. Let's set this tile on fire, I guess. I guess since it's an easy mission, they have the unit powered up from turn 1. And also they gave some buildings shields, which is helpful. Let's see. Okay, you can just attack, and then an attack here will set the forest on fire, which will kill the enemy before it actually strikes even the building's shield. Then we're free to repair ourselves, and get you there, I guess. It's nothing worth shooting. Got company. Nice, since I lit that forest on fire, the enemy came out on fire. Let's see. I don't want to set the old Earth artillery on fire. If I push this enemy, I can do that. Oh, wait, I have perhaps made a mistake. I was thinking I could repair this guy and attack this guy like this and stay alive, but I neglected to account for the 1 damage from the spawning Vek. So we're gonna reset turn. We don't want our pilot to die. We'll come up with something better. Alright. I think one thing I missed that I could do is I can just kill this guy outright with the old Earth artillery. I wasn't thinking about shooting that far. And we can still do this. We can still block the spawn if we repair, or alternatively, we can kill an extra enemy, which is as good as blocking a spawn. Actually, it's better because you get AXP. Alright, that guy should be easy to push into the water. That guy's on fire. I might just let him do his thing. Ah, but where's the fun in that? Teach it to attack a water-dominated planet. Achievement unlocked, Watery Grave. That'll give us coins that we can use to unlock more squads. And it's one of the squad-specific achievements. Every squad has 3 achievements. There are 10 squads counting the custom squad and random squad, which gives 30 coins, and then there are 25 general achievements. And generally, when I'm playing this game, I'm going to be looking for achievements. I mean, we're also looking to win. There are a few achievements centered around winning anyway. Okay, so we want to destroy the Firefly leader and protect the corporate tower. And of course, defend the grid. Let's see, there are no scorpions, so we're not really afraid of putting our units up front. Except for the artillery doesn't shoot one tile, so we want it in the back anyway. Alright. Oh, this is actually looking absurdly beautiful. When confronted with new enemies, be sure to learn about their abilities. Hold down left control while mousing over units to examine them. The Hive Leader deals 4 damage in 2 directions, and it doesn't die if pushed into water, because it's a Hive Leader and massive. However, bosses always attack first, and they're giving us an amazing setup on just killing these 2 enemies. Yeah, I can't also punch it. Oh, but we can block a spawn. This seems like a good turn. Didn't really have to consider many alternatives. Okay. Isla's not sure what they're doing, but they guess they're doing it more efficiently. Oh yeah, you have 4 move because Ralph leveled up. That guy's dead. Really don't want to stand in front of that attack, unfortunately, so I can't really block any spawns. Or, well, actually I can. I can push my own guy and block this spawn safely. Okay. So, I mean, I'm gonna take the opportunity to kill the Hive Leader. That seems good. I like pushing this guy into the water. I may have acted too hastily. Yeah, I had a better move. It's victories in 2 turns. I'm gonna take the other move. Can move this guy with this unit, and that guy with that unit. So we've done 1 additional damage, and we've blocked an additional spawn. Actually, 2 additional damage due to the spawn block. Yeah, I didn't realize that this guy couldn't reach what I was trying to do. Also, since he didn't go in the water, the 1 damage from this is actually relevant. Alright, looks like we have an easy kill on every single enemy, so let's just take it. Of course, you don't push enemies into buildings because that damages the building. Alright, you hope your family on Archive was watching. Yeah, the generic pilots each come from the 4 corporate islands. Okay, with the Vek Abomination destroyed, no new hives should appear on our island. We've saved them. Earned a promotion, has +3 grid defense, so there's an additional 3% chance that the grid doesn't take damage. We secured the first island for the first time and got a perfect island bonus. So yeah, since we achieved every mission, we get a bonus. Either a pilot, a equipable, or 2 grid power. You can sell special pilots for 2 rep, which can buy 2 grid power. So unless you really want the grid power and have already unlocked the pilot, you might as well take the pilot if you're thinking about the grid power, and I am going to take the pilot in this case. They're unlocked in the hangar, so we can choose them as a time traveler in future runs, instead of one of our 3. However, if you do that, they'll have 0 EXP. Normally at the end of a run, you can take one of your pilots to the next run with all their EXP. Yeah, we can assign our pilot on the upgrade screen. Yeah, the generic pilots only have level up bonuses. The special pilots all have one additional skill. Bethany Jones starts every mission with a shield. Just, you know, just a shield. Let's see. I'm gonna prefer to keep using Isla, because I think +1 mech reactor is more valuable than a 3% chance to defend the grid. But I'm not sure which mech Bethany is going to go into. The artillery mech's usually kind of far back, actually. So I think Bethany in the cannon mech, and Isla in the artillery mech. And then we can spend our reputation. We can actually donate our pilot to defense of the island. Yeah, permanently assign this pilot to the island, grants reputation. Since we're not using them, let's go ahead and do that. And I could also sell this weapon if I want. None of these other weapons seem very attractive. See, that does 3 damage. I mean, I could also save it and sell it next island, and then have the reputation later. That is a viable option. I kind of want to just buy 3 reactor cores. There's some temptation to fill up the grid power, but I feel like if I have more reactor cores, I can defend the grid better, and then I can try to buy grid power later. Maybe I sell this and buy 1 grid power. I don't know, let's just buy reactor cores. I am greedy. Okay. So let's install a core here. We just bought 3. We can power this up. Suddenly we're able to deal a lot of damage all at once if we want. Could get +1 damage on the Taurus cannon. We could get dash. I kind of want dash because one of the squad achievements is related to using dash. You need to dash and kill something that was 5 tiles away from you. Let's try it. Maybe that means that since we have dash, movement is less important on the combat mech. So actually, I think we swap Bethany Jones, oops, here, and Ralph there. I think that's the setup we'll go into the next island with. But anyway, I'm gonna split the episode here. I think splitting per island makes sense, but of course, since this is the first week on Roguelike Saturdays, I'm showcasing the game, it will feature a complete run of the game. Although I don't think I'm actually gonna do every island. You're actually permitted to go to the final area after only 2 islands. Yeah, see ya!